Hey guys, it's Cameron Fleming with the Fleming team, and today we are talking about what I think is one of the most important topics when it comes to purchasing a new construction home here in the Columbia, South Carolina market. I'm going to go over timing and when you should start your process and some tips and tricks in terms of getting the ideal home, okay? So if this is your first time tuning into our channel, please be sure to subscribe. We want to have you be the most informed buyer or seller in today's market, which is why we do these videos. All right, guys, so let's talk about timing in terms of a new construction home. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is timing has shifted. You know, it used to take anywhere from, 6 to 9 months to build a home. And that was during COVID when it was hard to find laborers and materials and things like that. And things have since shifted. I'm gonna go through a timeline, and I think this is really the ideal timeline if you want things to go smoothly in the process. However, if you are off of this timeline, just know that we do have the expertise to get you back on track in terms of finding the best home in your particular situation, because everyone is different. But if I had to buy a new construction home, here's how I would do it. All right, so we're gonna talk about, I think the beginning stages, and we're gonna talk about this like a football game, okay? So let's talk about pregame. During the pregame phase, what I recommend is you leverage tools like our YouTube channel to figure out what homes you like. I recommend that you take a look at location and schools and figure out the vibe that you want to be in for your new property. These are things, you can't pick up a home and move it. However, in this pregame phase, and I would say this pregame phase is anywhere from 8 to 7 months out, you really can't be looking at the market for homes that you would buy, because those homes aren't going to be available within your timeline if you're 8 to 7 months out. So during the pregame phase, it's really about research. Find a real estate agent that you can trust and start from there. Now, let's talk about the first quarter. In the first quarter, I highly recommend that you lock in your real estate agent. Have a strategy session. Let's have an agent help you from A to Z go through this process in the best way possible. I also recommend that you get a lender. Let's have a deep conversation with the lender about what it looks like to get a mortgage today. Some of the things that we're seeing is builders are taking out the financing contingency in their contracts. So it's more important than ever to make sure your ducks are in a row when it comes to getting a loan. And I'll talk in a subsequent video a little bit more about that, and I'll try to link it either in the comments or after this video. Again, in that first quarter, we're about 6 months out. Let's start to really look and hone in on neighborhoods, and it leads kind of into the second quarter of things. And this is when we're about 5 to 4 months out. If it was me, this is when I would really want to be finding a home, around 5 to 4 months out in terms of when I want to close on the home. And here's the reason why. The best lots and the best homes get picked up quickly. Builders are bringing these homes to market. As you know, most builders are only doing spec homes. They're not necessarily allowing you to pick what's in the home. But even if we're looking at a builder that does allow you to pick what's in the home, this gives you the opportunity to compare, let's say a Mungo, where you can pick your lot and the things that go in your home, or a Great Southern, to, let's say, a Stanley Martin that is, they have all the specs for the home and they're about to start building them. Some of the things that I find that if, let's say you go with a Stanley Martin, I find that the homes with the best lots and the homes with the best features are getting selected before they go up. So if it's me, I would really be looking to try to find a home in the second quarter, which I think is about 5 to 4 months out. Now, let's talk about the third quarter. Let's talk about 3 months out. If you're 3 months out, you're gonna see some homes that are already in framing. You still have an opportunity to have a selection when it comes to these homes. So if you didn't get a home in the second quarter, look, we're in the third quarter, about 3 months out, and let's really try to find one. Now, let's move into 2 months out. Guys, if we're 2 months out, we're really in the fourth quarter when it comes to purchasing a new construction home, because typically it's going to take about 45 days to close on a home. So we're within that parameter, but then we're also looking at homes that are kind of the leftovers. And that doesn't mean that you can't find a gem, but it makes it a little bit more challenging to do so. So we really got to be on it right now. We're not in the beginning stages here at 2 months out. We really need to be locking down a home. All right, guys, so lastly, I want to talk about overtime. This is a time where we really, we got to make it happen. Although we don't have a lot of time, we have been able to help several people find homes in this timeline. However, it's important that you understand that there are going to be fewer options. So I think one of the biggest frustrations that people find when we're in this kind of final hour is they give us a list of their wants and needs, and there may only be 1 or 2 homes that fit that criteria. So there's not a lot of options in your selection when we're in overtime. However, it's definitely something that we can help you with. But I did want to make this video kind of outlining the ideal timeline so you guys understand where you're at in the process in terms of having options, having choices, being able to make the process as easy as possible. If you have any questions, please put them down below. I'd love to answer them. Again, my name's Cameron Fleming. You can give me a call. My cell phone's 803-465-3921. We'd love to help you out through your process. And until next time, guys, peace.